40% of Americans have experienced a layoff at least one point in their life. This time last year, I was one of those Americans, and I'm going to talk about it more this week in my weekly consult series. Honestly, each time I do this video, I like to joke around, have some fun, and this time I'm going to take a little bit more of a serious tone because this is something that impacts many Americans and those around the world on a daily basis. Last year, I worked for the Department of Veteran Affairs in a contracting situation, and late at night, I got an email saying that our services were cut. So what does that mean? That means between the time I left work at 5 p.m. on February 25th to when I thought I would start work February 26th the next morning at 8 a.m., I lost my job. Here was the scarier part because it was a contracting situation. There were no severance packages or things that you might get at other companies. And this happens to a lot of people in the consulting world especially, but it can happen depending on the situation in many ways. Some people will get severances, some won't, and overall it's still scary nonetheless. So now that I'm a year out from that situation, here are the things that I wish I would have told myself right away that I hope that you can hear in case you ever find yourself in the situation. Number one, process, process, process. No one can put a timeline or a time limit to it, and there are healthy ways to process, and there's also some very unhealthy ways to process. But being able to talk to your support system and being able to take time for self-care is so important, especially right after it happens. Next thing to think about, financials. You might have money that's saved, but you also might be eligible for unemployment, and each state has differing requirements for those benefits, and honestly, it could be a very tedious process. Like, I didn't receive unemployment money until I essentially started my next role because of back pay that was delayed on their part and just some of the nuanced regulation with it. So just make sure you're looking up your process and you're aware of it. Next thing to think about, and something I really hope you take away from this video, no matter what, have a strategy to your job search. Do not just go out and apply for like 1,000 different roles and not change anything on your resume and materials. Make sure that you are targeting and tailoring your materials based on what you were going for. I promise you there will be more success in the long run if you do this. Last but not least, it's not talked about often. I really think it's important to establish your risk tolerance when searching for your next role. There might be some people out there who can wait 6 months to a year to find you that next opportunity and rely on certain funds that they have saved up. And then there's going to be people out there who, after they get to like month 2, they are going to take anything possible because of the financial situation. So that's why it's important to go in with the risk tolerance to understand how much time are you giving yourself, and when it comes to what you're looking for in a role, can you be extra picky, or do you need something to get your foot in the door and then continue the job search at a later point? Now, if you do those things I just told you, a year later, you're going to be in a better and happier situation.